Hello, listeners, and welcome back. We are all gearing up to watch some of our favorite romances, so I wanted to help you out with some recommendations. The twist with this list, however, is there's not going to just be romance recommendation or rom-com recommendation. This list is going to feature all of sad, deep, heartbreaking movies that we torture ourselves watching because even though they're equally as heartbreaking, they are just equally as good. Starting off this list strong, we're coming in with a Nicholas Sparks romance, The Best of Me. After years away, Dawson returns to his hometown after the death of a friend. Whilst there, he reunites with his former high school sweetheart and long-lost love, Amanda. In this beautiful heart-stopping romance, we follow Dawson and Amanda as they reunite in the present after the loss of a friend and rekindle their romance, while also learning how much has changed and how much has stayed the same between them. As we follow them in the present, we also get flashbacks of them in the past. We get to see the story of how the two meet and fall in love while spending this endless summer together, happy and in love, despite the struggles of the future and their respected families. It lives up to the hype of a Nicholas Sparks romance, as it portrays an equal balance of both happiness and tragedy. Overall, if you like a young romance, second chance romance, found family, love, and loss, this is definitely the movie for you.
A lot of things have changed since I last saw you. I don't know what happened.
Life.
I blame you for thinking that you knew what was best for me when it was you that was best for me.
This was the last time you're gonna see me. What would you say?
Midnight Sun is this sensitive, heartfelt, romantic drama starring Bella Thorne as Katie and Patrick Schwarzenegger as Charlie. We follow Katie, a teenage girl who suffers from sunlight sensitivity and has had to spend her whole life inside to avoid the sun. She is allowed out at night, however, which is how she runs into Charlie, the boy she has watched from her window since she was a kid. Once the two meet, they can't get enough of each other and decide to spend every minute together that they can. This is another very underrated teen romance in my opinion. It is definitely a tearjerker with some very emotional and deep plot points, yet still it keeps the overall vibe very fun and lighthearted. This movie has a lot of inspiring moments as we watch these young teens battle to be together, but also battle for what they want. As we watch Charlie get back into pursuing his dreams and motivations of swimming, just as we get to see Katie pursue her music dream whilst fearlessly battling her condition. Midnight Sun is bound to keep you interested and engaged with its beautiful, inspiring messages and heartfelt tragedies. So despite it being a tearjerker, please don't be afraid to jump into this beautiful, unforgettable romance that is Midnight Sun.
I have a severe sensitivity to sunlight.
Hey, you wouldn't want to do something sometime, would you?
I'm really busy during the day, but I could be free at night.
Not comfortable with him not knowing.
I'm going to, I just need a little longer of being someone more than just a disease.
This isn't something you can just not tell me.
I'm so sorry.
But we're not the couple who doesn't try.
I've waited my whole life to feel this.
I feel like this list just wouldn't count without adding one of the most classic, known, talked about romances that is bound to hit you where it hurts. The Notebook, obviously. I feel like at this point you would have had to have been living under a rock if you haven't seen or at least heard about this classic romance. Even though people must be sick of hearing about it, we have to give credit where it's due. The Notebook really is one of the most nostalgic, swoon-worthy, bittersweet romances of our time. The Notebook follows the classic story of the rich girl falling for the poor boy. We follow Noah, the guy that doesn't come with much, who then meets Allie, the girl that comes with everything. Despite them being from two different worlds, their passion was undeniable. This movie also showcases a lot of different romance elements as we get to follow the evolution of Noah and Allie's story. We watch them meet and enjoy this endless summer of love, only to be tragically pulled apart. We watch them long for each other despite years of separation, for them to finally get their second chance. To mention that the Notebook has some of the most quoted and referred to romantic moments.
So what? So it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be really hard. And we're gonna have to work at this every day, but I wanna do that because I want you. I want all of you, forever, you and me, every day.
So now is as good a time as any to get in another classic rewatch of The Notebook.
They fell in love, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
So what do you do, Noah?
I work at the lumberyard.
Noah? He's a nice boy, but he is not for you.
Why didn't you write me? I waited for you for 7 years.
I wrote you every day for a year.
Up next, we have another one of the most beautiful yet underrated stories of this time, Love, Rosie. Love, Rosie is a beautifully passionate friends to lovers romance. We follow Rosie and Alex, who have been best friends since childhood. When the two hit teenagers, they start to develop feelings for one another due to not wanting to jeopardize their friendship, and also with some miscommunication and misunderstanding. The two find their lives going in very different directions. As the years roll by, the two still remain close friends, however just keep missing each other whenever it comes to telling each other how they really feel. Love, Rosie is definitely the perfect, heartfelt, deep romance, perfect for Valentine's Day. This unforgettable romance is equally beautiful and tragic, as we follow these two battle their feelings and life throughout the years. Despite it having such a deep and emotional plot, it still does a very good job of keeping itself lighthearted and funny at times. Love, Rosie deals a lot with the struggles of love and life, and the heartache and difficulties that can come along with even the slightest miscommunication, as it is engaging, romantic, funny, heartwarming, sad, heartbreaking, and overall wholesome. Love, Rosie is super underrated and a must-watch for this Valentine's season.
If you reject him, he's gonna make it his life's mission to go out there and meet the most perfect, beautiful girl in the world just to try and get over you.
We just keep missing each other.
I just need to know one thing. Are you happy with it?
Sometimes you don't see that the best thing that's ever happened to you is right under your nose. No matter where you are or who you're with, I will always, truly love you.
Now we have to talk about the most underrated romance, in my opinion, If I Stay. The fact that no one talks about this movie is a tragedy in itself. It is beyond underrated and has no reason to be. This movie is one of the most tragically beautiful stories I have ever come across. This tearjerker of a teen romance follows Mia, who loves nothing more than to listen and play classical music on the cello. She's in a tragic accident with her family on the way to their grandparents' house. Mia slips into a coma where she undergoes an out-of-body experience, taking her back through all the important moments of her life that is all building up to this one life-altering choice she must make. This movie is for sure to take you on a whirlwind of emotions. Although this movie is still very fun, family-friendly, and showcases a lot of happy, fun moments that make it enjoyable and relatable, it also showcases a beautiful depiction of found family. However, in saying that, I won't sugarcoat it for you. This movie is without a doubt a tearjerker and tragic. You are bound to be feeling all the feels when it comes to this movie. By God, if it's not worth it, however. No matter how hauntingly tragic this film may be, I please urge you not to shy away from it, as I can assure you, you will love it despite its tragedies, and hold such a beautifully inspiring, deep story and message. For those of you who haven't seen this film, I urge you to go watch it, and for those of you who have, I urge you to express your love for it in the comments. Overall, I cannot think of a better, more beautiful, wholesome, heartwarming, tragic, well-rounded, inspiring tearjerker of a movie to watch this Valentine's Day.
I'm so crazy in love with you.
Why me?
Because I like to watch you play.
Honey, you might just be staring down the barrel of greatness. So try to stay open to it. Don't go closing any doors on yourself.
Isn't it amazing how life is one thing and then in an instant it becomes something else? Like here I am, Mia, the girl who thinks about the cello and Adam and Juilliard. Then just like that could never exist again.
You're my home, Mia. Stay.
That is all my recommendations for this video. I hope all of these movies stayed within the themes of being both sad and deep, yet wholesome and inspiring. I hope these recommendations put you in your feels and have you crying your eyes out in the best possible way. And let me know some of your most deep, heartfelt, tragic stories that you'll be watching this Valentine's Day. That is all for this episode. As always, everything we discussed will be linked below along with my socials. Please be sure to like, subscribe and follow. Feel free to leave all your thoughts and comments below. Thanks for listening.